Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Figures from the Attic. Today, I'm live from Toys R Us. Yep, you heard me right. Toys R Us in the year 2026. If you can believe it, they still do have some locations. They're not standalone locations. They are located inside of a mall. This specific one was in the back corner of a Macy's here in South Florida. And one of the first things that struck me were these parade float type statues. They're reminiscent of the Macy's Day Parade, which makes sense given that this is located within a Macy's, but you had Spider-Man, Baby Yoda. Thought that was pretty cool. Old school gumball machine. I mean, if you're going to go retro, might as well throw in the gumball machine while you're at it. It is located right next to a shoe store, which is a little awkward, kind of throws off the vibe a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. It's still Toys R Us, can't complain. I thought this was interesting. There's a Elvis type Lego display right in front of the Lego section. In the Lego section, you have the Legos for toddlers, Legos for the older kids, I think even 18 plus. So if you're into Legos, they have the full spectrum there. They had a pretty prominent Super Mario display. There is a new Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out here in the next couple months. I'm assuming that's why this was so prominently displayed. But you had movie-styled figures like these here, the Yoshi, the Mario. They were a little more detailed, a little more lifelike, and you had the more cartoony ones as well. I actually come back to this section because I'm building a collection of those, so I'll touch on that in a second. They had a cool photo op with Jeffrey the giraffe. You can get a picture taken with him. And here we're going back to the Super Mario. If you see that box set down there of the Yoshis, they had the multicolored Yoshis, which took me back to that classic N64 Yoshi game. I think it was called Yoshi's Story. I actually still play that to this day. And here is a closer look at the more detailed, quote-unquote, lifelike Super Mario characters or figures from the movie. The overalls kind of have more detail. It looks like real denim compared to just straight blue, like in the cartoon or in the video game. They had box sets as well, like this Bowser Castle, which if I was younger, I would have been all over that. They even had a section dedicated to Genesis, retro gaming. They're really trying to tug at your heartstrings if you're a millennial like me. They have everything from the 90s that you can think. I don't think this is an actual console. I think it's more of a diorama. But a couple years ago, I did have the Sega Genesis retro console. It had like, I don't know, 50 games loaded into it. Here's a closer look at that gumball machine. I probably doubt that these are fresh. They've probably been there for a long time, 25 cents each. I guess it's worth a gamble. This was one of the more interesting sections of the store. They had just a plain white shelved section full of dinosaurs. Nothing but dinosaurs. No logos, no decoration, just white shelves with dinosaurs. And they're 50% off, so hey. After Toys R Us, I made a quick stop at Target, and this kind of caught my eye. I wanted to get it on video. I had no idea this was a thing. Sonic, I guess, partnered up with DC Comics, and they're releasing a collaboration where you get a Sonic character along with a DC comic book character. So I thought that was interesting. I'm not really into Sonic. I mean, I do like the game, but it's not something I collect. But it did catch my eye. Here's a Batman collaboration. And of course, had to end it with the wrestling figs. They had Mattel 20% off, which I was all about that. Almost picked up this Logan Paul Ultimate Edition. I really like that dark green, almost forest green style attire, but I opted for the CM Punk. I wanted to scan it to make sure that the sale actually applied. And according to the Target scanner, it said that they were all out of stock. But, I mean, I had one in my hands, so clearly not, but went ahead and bought that. Once again, thanks for watching.